Hey guys, what's going on? Ichigo Roxy here, and I want to welcome you to today's video. So today's conversation was sparked by a conversation that I was actually having a little bit earlier today at the gym. I just got finished at the gym, and this is fresh on my mind. But I was having this conversation with someone today who is considering competing. And I always get stopped and asked questions a lot because people know that I was a competitor, people know that I was an IFBB pro, so I try to help folks out as much as I can with advice. And today, an interesting conversation came about with myself and a competitor who is looking to do fitness and figure, and she kind of is trying out to see where she wants to be. And her biggest concern is, competing against other competitors who may or may not be natural. And so she's trying to decide whether she wants to compete in the NPC or if she should be doing one of the natural orgs. And a lot of times I have this question a lot asked of me of competitors who seek my guidance for contest prep and more. And a lot of folks have this crazy notion that there's absolutely no natural competitors in the NPC and that everybody is on drugs, and that, because of that, they don't stand a chance to do well in that federation. And I kind of wanted to clear the air about that and give my opinions and give my thoughts as someone who came up through the NPC and became an IFBB pro and competed at the Olympia, the top of the sport. So that's what we're going to touch on today. But before we do that, I want to first of all welcome you back to my channel. If this is your first time here, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and that you also click the bell notifications, and make sure that you set it to all notifications so that way when I go live or release new videos that you are always informed and on top of things. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey, what's going on? I welcome you back. Make sure you hit that bell notification too, because sometimes YouTube changes it and you want to make sure you do not miss a single thing. And I want you guys to stay to the end of this video because I have something that I do want to share with you. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how you can get into a free masterclass of mine that I've been working on that I think you guys are going to find really resourceful, especially those of you who are looking to take your training to the next level, to go deeper. And it's called Your Best Body Yet. And in this masterclass, I'm going to talk about 4 shifts that I think that every single woman needs to take when she's looking to really get the most out of her workouts and actually start seeing results. I tell you about how to get into that at the very end. And also, before I begin today's conversation, I do want you guys to know that I am currently taking on brand new clients, brand new rock stars to work with me. And I'm looking to take on about 5 women over the next couple of weeks through now and the end of October who want to work with me. So if you're thinking about getting ready for a show in 2020, if you're thinking about getting ready for a show at any point, even if you're not close to that, if you have weight to lose right now and you want to start getting on the road to that, now is the time to do so. So I want to talk to you. And guess what? You don't need to be a competitor to work with me, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about this at the very end. So if this is something that you're very interested in, then stick around to the end of this video. But before we go ahead, let me go ahead and introduce myself to those of you who are completely new. That is me. That is me at my pro debut at the Dallas Europa. And my name is Roxy Beckles. And I'm a fitness professional that's been in this industry for over 21 years, long time. I've been training since 97. I love what I do. And I got into competing back in 2010. I turned pro in women's physique. I started off in figure, and I was fortunate enough to compete at the Olympia in women's physique. And now what I do is that I help women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond to rewrite their stories, to really take control of their bodies, take control of their lives, and to really build their confidence and do it through the vehicle of fitness. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's conversation. So you want to know if it's worth your time at all as a natural competitor to compete in the NPC, or if you should choose one of the natural orgs. And one of the really great blessings or the great opportunities that you have as an amateur is that nobody really cares what federation you compete in. Okay, so I really think that it would be wise if you chose different ones, try different federations if there are shows that are near you, to see which one you like. Now, if you're a pro, for instance, once you become an IFBB pro and you get your pro card and you sign that contract with the IFBB, You cannot switch federations. Like, you are in it. And if you go with somebody else, you lose your pro standings. You'll either have to beg your way back in, or you'll have to compete as an amateur again. I believe Aaron Stern, our 2-3-time figure Olympia, had to actually compete again as an amateur and get her pro card back just to be able to compete. I think she competed in bikini. I'm not sure. I forgot what division. But that happened very recently. And this is a woman who was the face of the sport. Okay. So those of you that are watching that are pros, just keep that in mind. Don't leave. Just stay. Okay. Unless you want to leave for good. Okay. Now, the rest of y'all that are amateurs, nobody cares where you compete. Okay. You can go to the NPC, the OCB. You can do the WBFF. You can do whatever the heck you want. And I really encourage folks to do that. Now, the reason why the NPC is so big and the IFBB is so big is because back in the earlier days of bodybuilding, when you had to be a competitor in order to get into the magazines or get into television and stuff like that, they were really only looking at the NPC competitors or the IFBB competitors because of the relationships that the top people in those federations had with the media personalities and the media heads, So a lot of folks, if they wanted to get into competing, everyone knew about the Olympia. So the only road to the Olympia is through the IFBB, So those were the federations that people flocked to. So of course, these two federations grew exponentially, whereas other federations didn't have the opportunities to grow in the same way as the NPC and IFBB have. Now, fast forward to our time. Now we're in 2019, at the end of 2019, going into 2020, and we're in a completely different climate as far as one's ability to promote themselves in the sport or in fitness or in life in general. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got YouTube. You can create your own platform. You don't have to wait for someone to come knock on your door to give you opportunity. And since that is the case, I really think that it would be a great idea for you to choose where you want to be. Please keep in mind that not every competitor in the NPC is on steroids, okay? And most competitors at the very local level are not on drugs. Those kind of things start to come up, I know. Those kind of things start to come up as you think about turning pro within the sport and, getting to the top levels of the national level. And especially when you're starting to compete as a pro. Let's not sit here and pretend that the people that you're seeing on stage are completely drug-free when it's at the top echelon of the sport. Unfortunately, I'm going to be really honest with you, most of you will never get there. And I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm saying that to be realistic, that at the end of the day, bodybuilding is just like any other sport. The elite will always float to the top. And, then there's everybody else who wants to just do it and do it for fun or whatever. But you don't need to touch a single drug in order to compete and do well. Back in my day, I act like it was like years and years ago, but it's almost a decade ago that I started competing. But back in 2010, when I started, the look was a lot more natural. So if you go back and watch my early videos, I actually was watching one of my earlier videos today, while I was working out. And I was such a skinny mini. Oh my God, I was so thin. I mean, guys, look at me here. I mean, let me go ahead and pull that up again. Where is it? All right, let me pull this up again so you guys can see. Look how tiny I was. This is pro physique in 2013. If you compare it to how it looks now, it's completely different. And, you have to decide what is right for you. What federation brings the look that you want? If you want more of this look and you're a competitor who wants to do women's physique and stuff like that, well, the IFBB and the NPC is not necessarily rewarding this, but there are other federations out there that are. So do your research and become a true fan of the sport. Because when you are a fan of the sport, then what looks, what am I trying to say? What looks work well for you and where you want to be. Okay. So I say that it's a toss-up, and it really depends on what you want. If you have the genetics for becoming a pro, and really you should be talking with a coach who knows what this sport is all about, and you have the opportunity to get to the top of the sport, and you want to be, one of the top in the Olympia, the best in the world, we have some of the best competitors in the NPC and the IFBB. And if you really want to see what you're made of, go for it. Work your butt off. And for those of you who are considering crossing that line, to my ladies out there, because let's be honest, like some of you right now are a place in the sport where you're thinking about, hey, should I take Anavar? Should I take, Winstrol? Should I take any of these things? And make sure you do your research. But the other thing is that don't take anything until you feel like you have maxed out your full potential, And when I was coming up in the sport, I was going against women who were bigger than me, who were harder than me and everything. And for whatever reasons, the judges liked my look and I was able to advance. I got better and better until I just really got to a point where I just felt like I drew my lines in the sand and I didn't want to cross those by taking certain substances that were going to change me physically in a way that I did not want. So the question as to whether you should decide to do a natural org versus the NPC is just really a personal choice. Try them all, see where you fit in, see where you want to go within the sport. If you want to turn pro, there are plenty of different pro leagues nowadays, and you can decide what works for you. So that is my answer. And I really hope that it's giving you a little bit of clarity and some more things to think about as you prep for your next show. If you have any questions about this, go ahead and post it in the comments below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Where do you compete? Do you compete right now? Where do you compete? And what is your feedback? What do you have to say to competitors out there who are trying to figure out what's right for them? Let's go ahead and have a discussion. Now, as I said to you guys, I have a special free gift for you that I do want to talk about that I'd love for you to sign up for. And that is my free masterclass, Your Best Body Yet. So this is a jam-packed 80-minute masterclass where I'm going to teach you about 4 major shifts that I think that every single woman needs to make when it comes to her training, her nutrition, and actually her goals and reaching them. And the funny thing is that it doesn't start. The shifts do not start with your diet, and it doesn't start with your training program. That's actually like the 3rd shift or so. There are some other steps that you need to consider if reaching your goals mean a lot to you, and doing this for a lifestyle and a lifetime means a lot for you. You're going to love this class. It's really gotten a lot of great feedback, and I got some free gifts in there too for you when you sign up. A free workout, a free worksheet that goes along with this actual class to be able to implement the things I'm teaching you, and then an opportunity to get on the phone and talk to me as well. So go to www.rockstarfitness.com/yourbestbody. I'll put it in the little circle I thing at the top so you can get that. And come on and check that out. And I'd love to see you in it. The link for this is also in the description for this video as well. And then the next thing that I also want to say is that I am currently taking on new rock stars. Listen, ladies, I want to work with you if you are someone who is ready to take her training to the next level. Not only am I taking on competitors or aspiring competitors, but I also work with women who do not compete, but just want to really bring out their best ever. You're tired of the runaround, you're tired of the yo-yos, you're tired of trying to find all this free information on your own and not really getting the full scope of the results that you want to see. Now, here's the thing. I have different levels to fit different budgets. In fact, if you're someone right now who's on a tight budget and you don't think you can afford coaching, I have another way for you to work with me. I just restarted my membership community. It's hosted over on Patreon, and the address for that is rockstarfitness.com/Patreon. Check out that link, and there I tell you all about this amazing opportunity to work with me through my membership community. You're gonna get workouts every single month, new workouts, about 4 or 5 every single month for you to do on your own in the gym. You're gonna have access to diets. You're gonna have access to master classes that teach you how to do your own programming, create your own meal plans, and also to really get your head in the right spot. I've already got 30 hours of classes in there for you to check out. And every single month, I'm going to be doing new masterclasses, live Q&As, group coaching calls on a weekly basis for you to go ahead and touch base with me. So that is available as well. But the one thing that I definitely want to put out there is that I want to take on 5 women between now and the end of this month. to work with me one-on-one. So go to rockstarfitness.com, rockstarfitness.com/VIP coaching. There you'll see a video to sign up for where you can learn more about my coaching program and get yourself familiar with why what I have to offer is way different than what anybody out there is doing. Guys, this is not just diet and training. This is diet, training, lifestyle, mindset, goal setting, all into one amazing experience. So if you're ready to really take the steps to change your body, change your life, come on over, watch that video, and I'll send you a couple more emails to get you familiar with my program and what I have to offer you, the value of it. And then we'll get on the phone to talk about whether or not you and I will be the perfect match to work together. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far through the video, please make sure to subscribe right now. Click the bell notification so that way you don't miss a single video. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up too, so that way YouTube knows to share it with other people because it's valuable and worth it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. All the links for everything that I just mentioned are down below in the description of this video, and I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Bye.